Hello everybody, Danny and Wanda back from Pecan Grove. Guys, it's about 100 degrees out here and I'm in the shade and it is still so hot. But we just got in our new woodshed. I actually priced, I'm a licensed contractor. I don't pay what everybody else pays when they go to the stores for lumber and stuff like that. I get a pretty good discount. I checked on the material to build one of these buildings and the metal and stuff like that. I could not build it myself for what Anderson Enterprises charged me for this building. If I include a little bit of labor in it, you know. And I was like, you know what? I got so much going on, I'm not even going to worry with it.
And it's built well.
It is built very well.
Hurricane straps, the whole 9 yards. Hurricane
straps. It's strapped down underneath the bottom of it here on all corners. It's got the hurricane clips on it. I mean, it's built pretty nice. And I wanted the overhang on it here because I didn't want the rain blowing in here on the firewood. My plan is, I took all these down from deep south over there because that's what our firewood rack was over there, and I brought it over here. I've had this metal system for quite a number of years, stacking our firewood on it. We got it off of, I think we got it off of Amazon.
You just buy the braces and you just
buy the brackets and you put your own 2x4s in them. It's all adjustable. You can make it whatever height, whatever width, not width, but length, you know, you want. Now I'm gonna have to cut these off a little bit right here because they're sticking over the front just a little bit, but that's not a big deal.
And they worked out perfect.
Oh, they work out perfect. Now what we'll be doing is we're going to be stacking our firewood, you know, in this direction here. It'll be stacked. We'll stack one whole run. Of course, I'll have another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And what my plan is to leave a space over here, and I'm going to put a ramp down. I have a log splitter that I don't really have anywhere to put it that's just out of the way. So that log splitter, I'm going to roll it up and roll it all the way to the back in here. And that'll still leave me enough room with that log splitter sitting in there that I can get in here and we can get our firewood out of here. And this keeps it in the dry, you know, even though it's 100 degrees out here, now is the time you got to do your firewood. We have two big racks over here that I had at my cabin over at Deep South. And we've been keeping the firewood for the last 2 years stacked on them racks with a cover over it. And some of it gets wet, some of it don't. And it makes it very frustrating when you're trying to get wood for a fire. And some of it's wet, some of it's not. So I've decided this is part of our infrastructure here. We've been waiting 2 years on it. We finally was able to save up enough money to get this project done. And I'm very well pleased with the work that Anderson Enterprises does on their structures. It is it's a nice building. I mean, a really nice building, and it's going to go well with what we have planned here. I'm pretty sure, you know, we'll be able to enjoy it. What the plans is when we get ready to take firewood into the camp house, I'll just drive my tractor up here with the bucket. We'll fill the bucket full and I'll drive it up to the camp house up here and we'll set the bucket down and unload the wood into the wood box in the camp house there, because the wood box will hold probably 3 days burning, don't you think? Maybe if we had to burn it really serious, about 3 days worth of wood in it. That's if it's just like unseasonably cold.
20 to 0
20
and below.
20 to 0, yeah, in that range. We'd have 3 days of just burning wood in that wood box on the floor.
And we seldom have more than 1 day of that, two at the most.
Usually we get up in the morning here and it'd be 25 degrees, and by dinner time it's 70 something degrees, you know, and then it'll get up to, you know, maybe 75. And then when the sun drops, it'll plunge back down to 30 to, you know.
So we don't keep a fire 24/7.
No. Once it gets to be about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, that fire's gone. Because if you don't, you're going to be opening windows and doors. So we just, you know, we'll burn one at night. And early in the morning when we get up, we'll have a good bed of coals. We'll throw some wood in there. And we'll just let it burn till it burns out. You know, we don't try to keep coals in there or anything like that. Even though the Vogelzang Ponderosa wood stove that we have, I can let the fire go out in the morning a lot of times if I have a good bed of ash in there. And that afternoon when it starts getting cold again and I go to build a fire, if I rake that ash back many times, there's still just a bed of coals underneath it there, and all I gotta do is throw some little kindling on it and it just goes right back up again. So, and we don't have to clean it out that often. It's not like it's a big deal. But that has been the #1 wood stove we have found.
We now own 2.
We own 2. We actually own 3 of them. I have one in the shop.
Oh, that's right. You did get one for the shop, too.
I have one in the shop. I have one in the back part of the camp house, one in the front part of the camp house. And the one in the front heats 3,000 square feet. The one in the back heats 2,000 square feet. The one in the shop heats 1,200 to 1,500 square feet. So they work perfect. I mean, they're catalyst. They are a catalyst wood burning heater. So they have the afterburn system on them, which makes them very efficient and don't hardly use no wood at all. So I got to, before the sun gets like right here on me, it's behind a shade right now. I'm trying to determine which way I'm going to do this. I think I got it figured out. I got to figure out the length of these boards to cut. As soon as I do that, I'll go get my skill saw and cut them all. And this thing, the beauty of this, it just screws together. There's no hammer, no nails. You just take drill motor and screws and you just pop it all together. It's done, you know. And it's a fantastic system. So thought we'd take y'all along, show you a little bit of our project here. We tried to keep this thing as close to the ground as we could on this upper end right here, on kind of being able to get in and out of it. Because the older you get, you don't want to be stepping up. So we're going to have the ramp right here. Come out here probably 4 or 5 feet, and we'll walk up a ramp to get in there. So we'll carry you along as we get things done. Whenever I get all this put in here, we'll come back and get a shot of it so you'll understand it. I know right now, many of you is probably looking at it going, I don't have a clue what he's doing, you know. But when I get it done, you'll be able to look at it and go, wow. Now that's an ingenious system. Oh, good morning everybody. It is a little after 6 o'clock in the morning. I have to get out here and do this time of the morning because it just gets too hot during the day to do this. And we have the wood's been stacked out here in the yard underneath this tarp system here. And believe it or not, we have rain every day just about. And so the wood's dry. I'm really shocked. The only thing about this is I'm having to go through this wood because we have, when we started moving, we just had to move in a hurry. And getting everything, just trying to get everything done. What's happened is our syrup cooking wood, our wood to burn in the fireplaces, all that stuff it's all mixed together. So what I'm having to do is I load it on the Ranger and I back up to the building and I start loading it in the building. The stuff for the syrup, I take it over to the syrup furnace because over there we have wood stacked in there that needs to go in this building, and I'm having to sort through it all and get it separated because when we started moving, we were just throwing wood, trying to get everything done as quickly as possible. So, because wintertime was coming on when we needed to do it. And now I'm having to sort through it since we're a little bit more stable than what we were. I did finish getting the wood rack system put up here to stack the wood on. We've got 4 bays here to be able to stack wood. And to be honest with you, this much wood stacked in here is enough wood to run us a normal winter, run us a year easy. We don't even have a problem. I mean, it's not even, we don't even burn this much in a year usually, because the heaters in the house, since I put 2x6 walls on the camp around them and it's all insulated so heavily, we don't use that much wood anymore. So it makes it a whole lot simpler to use, and it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it stacks really. Now that I got the bottom row in, I'm able to stack it. And the thing about it is I'm noticing this year, for some reason, there is silverfish in the wood. Now, I've never had that problem before. Don't know what's going on with that. But now is the time to get your firewood, because if you wait till it's time to get it, then it's too late. Now I will I'll stack this all the way up to here. I'm gonna stack it up that high because I still got airflow around it. And this is all the wood we have is dry already, so I don't really have to worry about green wood. If I had green wood, I would be putting the green wood back here and the dry wood up here, because that way we would use the dry wood up and the green wood would be drying until we got to it. But we don't have any green wood to cut this year. Everything we got is dry already. So, you know, I'll stack this one full, then I'll stack this one, and then this one, and this is no big deal for me to get over. A lot of people go, "Oh, that's too much of a trip hazard," and guys, I ain't ever in that big of a hurry no more. I just take my time. I don't run at nothing like I used to. To me, I've learned to just slow down, take it easy. And I don't have my ramp here yet. I don't have my wood splitter here yet. I don't have all that right now. I figure I'll take this opportunity and just go ahead and stack the wood in here and get it done. This is what my mornings will consist of for the rest of the summer, probably, or at least until I get this stack full of wood here. And once I get this stack full of wood, then my mornings can go back to being different things. But now the gardening, if I have gardening to do, food comes first, always in our life. You know, I mean, well, God comes first, but then food comes, I guess you'd say, second. And then anything after that takes precedence. But food is always first. It's not in our life. We try to make sure we have plenty to eat and plenty to survive on. Now I am going to come back. I do have a roach spray that I use. I'm going to come back. I'm going to start spraying around the edges of everything in here for roaches, because if you don't, roaches will get up into this wood, especially in the southern climate. I don't know about any other climate, but down here, they are really, really bad. These here, I don't even really know what you call them, to be honest with you. One day, I was sitting there playing around on a computer, and I found these metal brackets here on Amazon. And I told Wanda, I said, you know, I ought to get some of them and try them. And guys, I tell you what, that's the best thing I ever done for myself. I mean, that is the most simple thing right there to make a wood rack with. And if we can find them, we'll have to go back and look. We've had these for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years maybe. I'll have to go back and look on Amazon, and if we can find them, we'll put a link in the in the description or down below. Because I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to building firewood racks, that right there, that's the way to go. You know, I mean, and then what I like about it is if you have rough cut lumber, these are made for rough cut lumber. This is not rough cut, and you got a little bit of slack in there with them, but they're actually big enough you can slide a full 2x4 down in it, or a full, I mean, it's made for that. So that I like about it. Even though I don't have a sawmill and I don't have rough cut lumber. But I use treated lumber on everything I do. It's all treated. Everything in this building is treated. Simply because termites, things to that nature, water or anything like that. Moisture from the wood. I don't want anything to start rotting or anything like that. So I always use that. And the building, Anderson Enterprises here in Stone County, Mississippi. Check them out. Tell Stefan, Deep South sent you, and at Pecan Grove, and they'll treat you right. They've treated us right. We've bought multiple buildings from them. They are really good people to work with. They do fantastic work. This one's hurricane ready, anchored down. I like the look of it. It's built where it looks nice. It has the overhang in the front out here that I wanted to be able to keep the rain from blowing in here on it. Now, it's not 100%. But I mean, if I wanted to make it 100%, I could come in here and hang a tarpaulin right here over this. And it's never going to get wet, even in a bad storm. So, thought we'd just carry y'all along and show you another phase of the infrastructure here at Pecan Grove. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.